Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own wheel grinder, just like this one I have right here. Now this doesn't need to be made out of God blocks, but you do need 112 of your most strongest block that you have. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so step 1 is to get your block. Now I am going to be using gold blocks in this case. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your block, you're going to place it right here in the middle of this, and then if you have scale tool you can use that. If not, you can either just place your block like so, or you can do this and keep your mouse in the correct place. Unless you're on tablet, of course, you probably won't be able to do that. So what I'm going to be doing is using scale tool. If you're using scale tool, make sure this is set to 2, and we're just going to scale this along like so. And what you want to do is you want to get it somewhere around right in the middle of your plot. If you're not on white team, this isn't a problem, but when you're using this, make sure you are on white team or this is very hard to use. Now the reason we are actually putting this block right into the middle is this is going to be the very bottom, very middle of our wheel grinder, and we don't want it too close to this side of the plot or too close to the water, otherwise we can run out of space. Okay, so now we're actually getting into the building. So this is going to be the middle. We're going to place a block. Okay, that's a little bit broken. If it's broken, you can just place a block next to it like so. Make sure it's good. And then we're going to place a block there and there. And we're going to place a block there and there. So there is 5 blocks here. Now if you want, you can make this bigger, you can make this smaller if you don't have enough. But this is going to help you out a lot. It doesn't need to be too big. But if it's too small, then your wheel is going to get destroyed a lot. Now same here, this is completely customizable. This is going to be our first sort of leg, I guess we're going to call it that for now. What you want to do is make sure to remember how many blocks you have here. In this case I'm going to remember 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to think of how many blocks up we are going to have our leg. So the more blocks up you're going to have is going to be how less vulnerable you are to dying in the stages. So the more you have, the less chance of dying you are going to have. I am going to use 20. Well no, I'm actually going to use 19, so this bottom one counts as 20. If you're following along with the same amount, following along exactly the same I am going to do it, you're going to need 116 blocks, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so let's place these down. If you don't have scale tool, then you don't need to use it, you can just place them down. You can go on here and like jump and place them down. If you are using a scale tool, you're going to have to actually count more, so it's actually better not using scale tool, but I'm just going to use scale tool because it's faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's me done for now. Now, like I said before, make sure that you remember how many of these you placed. For me this is 19 and this is 5. So you have to remember that. For the other ones, if they are not equal, then the controls are going to be less good, if that makes sense. So another thing that you could do is turn move to 2. This way your block will move 1 block instead of half a block if it is on 1. And if you're using scale tool, obviously set that to 2. And another good setting is to set your merge level to 1, so you can delete blocks individually. and it makes it a lot easier in my opinion. Now we are actually getting into the middle part where you're actually going to be sat. So you're going to make this the same as the middle. If you're following along with how I'm doing this will be 5, and this will allow you to actually add 2 extra people in with you. So I'm going to do 1, 2. No, that's wrong. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's that. Now we'll go up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's that done. I messed up over here. Let's just delete them 2 blocks. That's your middle done. And now let's get in with the rest of the legs. So now let's do the leg to the right. So we're going to go to the middle and we're going to do 1. I'm going to use scale tool, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and this is why you need to remember what you did for this one and this one. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that's that part done. This is the same as this one, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and this is a tricky part, 4 and 5. That is our right leg done, so you can see where we're going with this now. So we're going to do the same with the left one and the top one, of course. So here we're going to do just the same. I'm actually going to speed this up for you because you should know what you're doing by now. Okay, so I've just finished this off. Your wheel grinder should look something like this. Now, the one thing to make this actually work is you need a pilot seat. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our pilot seat. I have 2, and this is going to go right here in the middle, and that's where you're going to sit. So now we're moving on to the less advanced part. Okay guys, so if you actually want to add seats for other people, all you have to do is add a seat here, and you can also add a seat there. But the next thing that we are going to be doing is, if you don't have a jetpack, then you are going to have to build a pole going up here, probably made out of truss, so you can go up, and have a butter block connecting the 2 together, so that way you can easily just go, basically. So now we're actually going to test this. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But don't click off the video just yet. This is very important if you are using a jetpack, or really pretty much anything. I'm going to be using a jetpack. So if you're using a jetpack, you can also use pink candy, I guess, if that is possible. When you sit down, just before you go, make sure that you delete your jetpack, because otherwise there is a possibility that when you go through the stages, your player will literally explode. Now guys, another really important thing is the controls when you are just before you launch. Remember, W is forwards, of course. This is for basically laptop, PC, anything that has a keyboard. Obviously it's different for mobile, but W is forwards, A is left, D is right, S is backwards. If you are going to turn, if you do need to turn, also to definitely make sure you're in the middle when you are going right in the center about there, or you can fall over. If you are turning, make sure that your player is faced upwards like this, or when you turn it will not turn correctly and you'll just make everything a lot worse. If your wheel is falling over, then there is a very big risk that your player is going to get killed, that you are literally going to die because a rock or something like that was right here. Now, of course, the wheel grinder isn't the best grinder, especially now all the stages are really advanced. But let's get right into this. Now guys, to actually go, you're obviously going to launch. Before I actually launch, I am going to time-lapse this, so this is going to be speeded up. Apologies if it is laggy, but this will take quite a while to get to the end. So without further ado, let's go. Okay guys, so I did just die, but that actually got me over 100. You get cash, gold, not cash, you get gold for every stage you go through if you manage to go through them. If you saw, I actually didn't die, I died, I'm very stupid today, okay. So I actually died at the second to last stage, so right at the end. So I was at the black sort of wall to the lighthouse rocky stage, which is the very last stage before the waterfall that leads you to the end, guys. So this is a pretty good grinder. The cannon stage actually killed me, but that's not necessarily going to happen for you guys. So make sure that you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, turn post notifications on so you never miss a future video. Join my Discord server down below. There will be a link in the description, and that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys all later. Peace out and goodbye.